I will have to come out of pocket every single month for 1 year in order to stabilize that property. I'm double or tripling the value of the property over the course of 2 to 3 years, but I have to come out of pocket every single month. So like, we don't have any cash flow. All right, and then another thing I really wanted to get into too, so that's the market. And what I wanted to get into also was all the different ways that you can invest in self-storage, because and what the different types, because like I've been asking on my my application, one of the things I ask is like, when you envision yourself buying a storage facility, and actually you guys can answer this after we go through this, you answer this question as well too. But the question on the application is, when you envision yourself buying a storage facility, like what kind of a storage facility do you want to buy? What type of facility are you interested in? And like, I always get like random answers, like big ones or something, but there's actually 6 different ways to invest in self-storage. And so now I'm going to go over the 6 different ways and the different types of facilities out there so that you have an educated idea of like what types of facilities are out there. Okay. And like now, and then after I teach this, you guys tell me which of the 6 you're interested in. Okay. So the 6 ways to invest in self-storage. Okay, and we're going to start out first with what I do. I buy mismanaged facilities. Okay, mismanaged. There's 2 things. There's 3 things about mismanaged facilities. There's a couple of things about mismanaged facilities that you should know about. First of all, the rents suck. Rent prices suck. Okay. Rents are not what they should be. Rents are not market rents. All right. So that's like, I guess that's the right way to say it. I say rents suck. Rents are not market, rents sucks. It's funny. It sounds like Lillian. Okay. So rents are horrible. All right. So 1, you get to raise the rents. Number 2, vacancy or occupancy. All right, can be increased. Occupancy sucks. All right, so it's 50% full. It's 25. We actually have a facility. We have 3 facilities under contract right now. The vacancy is 20. The occupancy is 25%, and the vacancy is 75%. Right, so that is clearly a mismanaged facility. He's charging good rates, but he's not full. So maybe the rates are like too high, or he's not doing enough marketing to get people into the door. Or there's a lot of things that go into that. But mismanaged facilities are one of the 6 ways. Another thing with mismanaged facilities is that there's a lot of appreciation. The price is low. Okay, appreciation high, low price. Okay. Another thing about mismanaged facilities is that you have to, most of the time, you have to come out of pocket in order to stabilize the property. Okay. All right. So you have to come out of pocket. And it could be, 3, 6, 9, 12 months or whatever. We've had to come out of pocket. So for instance, the 3 that I just told you that we have under contract is 25% full. The value of the property, all 3 of the properties, is worth less than a couple $100,000. So it's like worth $200,000. And we are buying those properties for $1.2 million. All right. Why would I spend $1 million more on the property than what it's worth? All right. Anybody answer that? Answer that. Why would I do that? Because the appreciation on the back end is high, right? The appreciation, and actually the price is low. Because because when I stabilize those properties, they're worth almost like $2.5 to $3 million. I'll make minimum $1 million plus on that property, but I will have to come out of pocket every single month for 1 year in order to stabilize that property. That makes sense? That's mismanaged facilities. And it's really like, it's not renovations. It's just like, that'd be maybe add a gate or, put some security in, but it's just management of the property and getting the property leased up. That is what you're doing in the mismanaged facility sector. Okay. This is what we do. So every facility I own, the rent sucks, the occupancy is low. I'm double or tripling the value of the property over the course of 2 to 3 years, but I have to come out of pocket every single month. So like, we don't have any cash flow, no cash flow. We have a huge amount of net worth, but no cash flow. Okay.